Hello everyone and welcome to Dharma Astrology once again. This is your continuing tarot series. I hope that you have been happy, healthy and safe, and let's hope that this reading will give you a new beginning, a change and a transformation. Okay, Water Trine, this is Dharma Astrology bringing your 5-card tarot spread to you for the period August 1st to 21st, 2022. And your first card telling you what the situation will be for you for this period comes from the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is a kind of a stay and go situation, you know, deciding which course of action that you want to take. You're kind of waiting on a signal to act. So you're in abeyance right now. You know, you're making a move, but you want to wait for the right time. It's a moment of pause and reflection. You are unsure about something or someone, so that you have two roads in front of you and you're not clear on which one you are going to take. What makes this decision hard is that both decisions are good. That is what makes it hard. You could be preparing for a journey, a partnership or acquisition, and you just need to make a decision and go. This card makes you realize that you have the power to do something, and that you were cautiously preparing for it, and now is the time to take that decision. Either one will be good, but it's up to you. There's not going to be a bad decision for you, Water Trine, for this period, because both decisions are going to be good. And there's a likely chance that this might be an investment for you. You might be thinking of investing in equity that will send your kids to college or give your mother a new home or help out your brothers and sisters in any way that you can. And the fire in the Two of Wands definitely indicates like foreign property or something to do with traveling somewhere exotic. You have options and you are being careful. You prefer to think things through before making any major financial decision, because this is going to affect your finance. But as I said, any decision that you make here is going to be good. And then what is the heart of the situation? What is your hopes and fears? The Magician. And it gives you a level of self-confidence, because the Magician is that he is creativity, skill, dexterity, originality. He has all the tools in front of him from all the elements to guide and assist you. He allows you to translate ideas into action. He has the sword, the wands, the cup, the pentacles. All the resources are there for him to use and to manipulate and to help you make that decision. Your success in upcoming ventures would hang upon the decision that you are going to make, and your own strength and determination will bring you that decision that you have to make for yourself. Your confidence and creativity from the past has allowed you to effectively make your ideas into reality. You are presently, there's a need for knowledge and skills to influence the changes that are occurring with you, but you have it there. The tools are there in the Magician's hand on the table in front of him. Changes are occurring in order for you to make more beneficial changes. So you must play your cards right. But as I said, the Two of Wands gives you choices, and any decision you make will be good. The future before you is kind of uncertain, presenting both risk and opportunity. But the possibilities can be influenced by the friendships you have nurtured and the support that you have garnered, so that the Magician is symbolic of action and power in your life. It's a positive connotation that illustrates your communication skills, and you are good at all aspects of the communication. And this card suggests that using your strong willpower to move forward and take action will bring you a yes answer to whatever question you have or whatever choice you are going to make. And your attitude here is kind of difficult to understand. Your attitude here is going to be heartbreak, but the heartbreak is really a misunderstanding. You want to get to the heart of the issue. There is some kind of miscommunication and a misunderstanding between you and others, and you probably need to clear that up. And the magician is there giving you the communication skill. So whatever it is you feel you can't communicate, or whatever is breaking your heart right now, is it is a block. You need to clear it, because this is negativity. Heartbreak is in play here, and it could represent past pain that you have not fully healed or resolved. It could be something from the past, something that you are remembering that you didn't want to deal with, but it come back to bite you now. As we always say, you just left the problem, you didn't solve it, or have a resolution to it, so that you are remembering the heartbreak. And probably your choices mean that you have to leave somewhere or someone or something, and this is the heartbreak that you are going to get from your choice. Or it could, as I say, be from a past issue, so that you need personal healing with this card, because there's a gross misunderstanding happening here between you and others, and you need to clear it up. And this is a minor arcana card, and the pain this card represents will not change your life, but for the time being, it hurts. Take steps necessary, that you will have that personal healing, that you will clear that misunderstanding, that you can begin a path of recovery that will help you to heal and move towards the magician's choices in front of you. And what is the solution? What is the timing here? That you need to let go of things, and the timing here can be a long time. Pentacles is years, and money and work matters will not be a problem when the Ten of Pentacles arrive, and you're about to get exactly what you asked for in the way of success when this card appears. So what it is you want to achieve in the future comes from the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is always a welcome card in any reading, as it represents a cycle coming to an end in your life. It represents something new beginning for you. It represents hard work coming from your experience and commitment from past deeds or actions, and it's time to stop for a moment, however, and assess your progress and how you can use that to your advantage in the future. And at the end of the day, the Ten of Pentacles tells you about happiness, enjoying your success. You are surrounded by wealth right now, and children are happy. There is a long-term stability, because this card suggests years. Pentacles is years. So this is a long-term stability card that is an omen for success. No matter what your current lot in life is, in the long term, you are going to get success. And what is the outcome? The Seven of Pentacles. Again, we are dealing with hard work paying off. Yet the Seven of Pentacles represents money and work ethic and practical things like paperwork. They often reflect our consciousness as well, but it's grounded, because Pentacles is grounded, it's earth, it's reliable. The symbolism, a down-to-earth approach, is favored over an emotional one, so that your heartbreak here might become an issue, because that's your attitude right now. Something from the past might be hurting you, or you feel that you might be losing by making a choice, but the cards are telling you that's not so. You have everything at your disposal with the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles gives you material resources, gives you reliability and stability in terms of the outcome. And the Seven of Pentacles says you have been working very hard towards your goals. Pentacles often signify financial moments in your life, and your experience is coming through that gives you financial success, so that you need to find out how you can use this to your advantage in the future. And the card can also represent love or relationships. A small break or separation may be in your experience, but this is not the ending of a relationship. It may just be a quiet period as well, where communication slows down a little bit, but for a practical reason, because it needs you to deal with your heartbreak. You need to deal with yourself and give yourself personal healing, or communicate and clear the misunderstandings, get to the heart of the matter that is putting you in this position of pain. Find out what it is, do some research, use the tools that are there with the magician to give you the answer that you want. Communication is there with the cups. Pentacles is giving you stability. The wands will give you that energy and that passion to find the answer. The sword will give you the intellect, and then you have the infinity symbol, that everything works in a cycle. And the magician card is usually a cycle coming to an end. So end this heartbreak, water trine. End this heartbreak that will be pulling you down a little bit for the period August 1st to 21st, 2022. Maybe you are wanting a vacation, or you want to travel, and you need to just think about what is going to make you happy to take away that heartbreak. The outcome here for you is the Ten of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles working together, giving you stability and financial security. So buckle up, band your belly, gird your loins, make the decision that will help you with this heartbreak, water trine. I always wish to include Bhagwan in my videos because he has brought me this far, and I wish that he will carry me further through my actions and thoughts and words and deeds. I always wish the same to you. I usually end my videos on this slide, but I'd like to indicate that, because of this new concept that I've brought in to Dharma Astrology, with the trine concept of giving you three horoscope signs instead of individual signs for a reading, I have made a tutorial slide that I've left at the end of this video for you to look at, for you to digest, for you to understand. If you have any questions or queries, drop me a line at Zidam Astrology or at zida55@outlook.com. And this is how I work, this is how I do my teaching. I always like to share, I always like to transfer knowledge. So thank you once again for staying with me, for sticking with me. I ask that you share, you sign up, you subscribe. Be happy, healthy and safe until we meet again. This is just a reminder on what the water trine signs are. They are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. I have gone through this information on previous videos on my channel. So should you have any questions, please drop me a line at zida55@outlook.com or on my blog zidamastrology.com. Okay, this is your tutorial. As I mentioned to you in this video, that I'm going to leave a tutorial so that you can see why I have formulated the trine concept to read horoscopes at Zidam Astrology rather than read individual signs from Aries to Pisces for you. And I've found in my research and in my reading and from my teachings that there are commonalities between the tarot and the Kundali, which is your birth chart in Vedic astrology. So that these are the commonalities that have aligned together, that have created a method that will utilize the tarot and Vedic astrology to read and analyze for you in the trine concept. And this is a Kundali or birth chart taken randomly on somebody born on April 21st, 2022 at 6 a.m. And this person's birth chart or natal placements are here for you to see that these are the placement. This is the fate of this person. This is the ascendant or lagna, as we say in Vedic astrology, where we say this is the first house of the 12 houses in the zodiac sign. So wherever the ascendant or lagna falls is where we denote in Vedic astrology your first house. And in this particular chart we go clockwise from Aries to Pisces so that we'll know where your first to 12th house falls. So your first house is Aries, your 12th house will be Jupiter. And each house in Vedic astrology denotes something. It denotes your wealth, your family, your siblings, your relatives, your children, your marriage, your father, your mother, your work, your career, your community, your luck, your spirituality, your illnesses, whether it's chronic or routine, you know, how you will earn your money, how you will lose your money, a multiplicity of things. And each of these houses has its significations that we read for you in Vedic astrology. So this is your natal chart. This is your fate. You cannot change the positioning of these planets in your Kundali, because this is the placement of the planets when you were born, the time you were born, and the place you were born. However, you cannot change fate, but you can change destiny. And destiny comes from the transit of the planets, because each of these planets, they move from one sign to the next during particular periods. And you can change your destiny through your freedom of expression and will, through your ambition, through your courage, so that you can change destiny. You can't change fate. And the transit of planets will give you a chance to change your destiny. And transits, planets move, as we see here, Saturn every 2.5 years, and so on and so forth. This is how planets move from one sign to the next. Neptune takes 14 years to move from one sign to the next. Mercury takes 1 month. Sun takes 1 month. And you will see these are the 12 planets that I deal with at Zedam Astrology, so that they are the ones that I look at and how they move. And every placement of a planet in a particular sign says something, does something, has an aspect on your natal planet, and it throws out potential or a pathway for you to understand what can be happening. You know, it is the natal chart is a map of what the sky was like on the day, for us to know ourselves and to better understand the types of energy we have available for each moment and situation in life. And because of the transits where destiny can be changed, we can say that this placement is not decisive, but it shows options and it marks pathways in which we can utilize to make choices during our lifetime. And then we have the source code of astrology, and that FEAW is basically fire, earth, air, and water. Those are the trines that I look at, and the 4 elements are the source code of astrology, and they are the blueprint of your soul. You know, you become the architect of your destiny by using this blueprint of our soul. And the blueprint of our soul, one of the trines that I use, because it's the foundation, you know, one of the trines that I use is the Dharma Trikona. And the Dharma Trine tells you that, you know, this is the trine that keeps us on the soul's mission, the accumulated merit and the manifestation of past karma. And this 159 denotes the houses 1, 5, and 9. And as you see, we have fire, earth, air, and water trines. So this is the source code of astrology. And tradition holds that religious duty, or dharma, is the primary aim of human life, since it is the foundation which you develop your wisdom and your discretion to pursue wealth, which is artha, which is another trine, happiness, karma, which is a third trine, and we pursue these wealth and happiness from the wisdom we get from dharma, so that we will not compromise our chances of liberation, which is moksha, which is the 4th trine. But I use the 1st trine because it is the foundation, it is the primary aim of your birth on this earth. And Hinduism describes the Dharma Trine as the natural universal laws whose observance enables us to be contented and happy, and to save ourselves from degradation and suffering. So that dharma is the moral law combined with spiritual discipline that guides our life. And this is what the Dharma Trine is. And I'm just going to pull up another version of the zodiac circle, the 12 signs, and I'll just give you an example, so that this random Kundalini or birth chart gives you Aries as the ascendant, and with Aries as the ascendant, that will be the first house. The first house will be Aries, the fifth house will be Leo, and the ninth house will be Sagittarius, and this is the trine. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is the fire trine. And with the fire trine, even if your first bhava is Leo, then Leo will be your first house, Sagittarius will be your fifth, and Aries will be your ninth. You will still remain in that trine if your ascendant moves from Aries to Leo or Sagittarius. And remember, your ascendant moves every 2.5 hours every day from one zodiac sign to the next in Vedic astrology. And then we have the Earth trine, and the Earth trine can begin with Taurus, and if it begins with Taurus, then you would have as your fifth house, you will have Virgo. As your ninth house, you will have Capricorn, and this is your Earth trine. Then your air trine will be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That is your air trine. And obviously your water trine will then be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, so that all your signs are taken care of there, as you see. So these are the trines. And why I do the horoscope in trines is because Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, when one is activated, each of these are activated because they are in a trine. They are in a dharma trine, a dharma, where your duty, where your vision, where your wisdom are all created for you to understand that first house is you are born, then fifth house is your children, and the ninth house is your father. So you get the circle of evolution. Your father produces you with your mother. Your mother helps you throughout your life. When you are an adult, then you produce children. And that is where you get this circle of evolution, so that the Dharma Trine here is what connects each of these three signs in the zodiac. And then we have the tarot deck. And the tarot deck, as we know it, has wands, pentacles, swords, and cups. And you will see that the wands is with fire, the pentacles is earth, and swords are air, and cups are water. So that here now we have the commonality between the tarot deck and the zodiac astrology, the source code of astrology. So that this is what I find with the commonalities. There are so many other things that I can speak about, but this is the basic. This is the basic. And if we have to talk about, a tarot spread, that my go-to tarot spread is the Tetractys. And the Tetractys tarot spread comes from that Greek philosopher Pythagoras, who threw out for us the Pythagoras theorem. And he can be viewed as a Vedic Brahmin, because three of the things he did or believed in was that he wore white exclusively, he was a vegetarian, and he believed in reincarnation. And his theorem existed in the Sanskrit texts in India. So that there we have the commonality again. And then even so, the tarot deck, the fire is clubs, pentacles is diamonds, swords is aligned to spades, and cups is aligned to hearts. So this is where we get the commonalities. This is where I can utilize a union of tarot and Vedic astrology to bring you a complex issue, but a different take on reading your birth chart, because you cannot live by yourself, you weren't born by yourself, and you can't grow up by yourself. There is a community, and that community brings the trine so that you feel comfortable if you are in the fire trine with people from Leo and Sagittarius if you were born in Aries. Likewise, it goes so for the other trines. So this is my research, this is my method that I use, and I hope I was clear, complete, and concise. I ask that you share, sign up, and subscribe. Review my videos, look at my transit series, and I will join you next time. Thank you so much. This final informational slide tells you about its synergy between Vedic astrology and tarot based on my research at Dharma Astrology. And I ask that you look at it, you understand it, you digest it. If you don't understand, as I said, look at my previous videos or drop me a line at zedamastrology.com or zeta55 at outlook.com.